Hey everyone, I'm here with Gia, and I promised everyone that we'd have an interview with an expert cold caller. I'm going to ask Gia a couple of questions. I'll ask him about himself first. So tell me about yourself, Gia, your story, and what you do.
Hey man, I'm a NASA astronaut, right? I've been to the moon twice and I got really bored. So I started a marketing agency, man.
All right, what do you do?
Just Facebook ad for gym,
Seriously though.
Facebook ad for gym. Yeah, so a NASA astronaut, the Facebook ad expert, pretty much.
All right. He's joking about the NASA astronaut part, but yeah, he does work for a marketing agency. He's a co-partner at a marketing agency called 11th Media. And he jokes a lot, but as you can tell, but he's a really awesome cold caller. Tell us what you do, man. Tell us what were you in school? Did you go to school for anything? What do you do? What are your credentials?
I'm 19. I'm 19. I went to college like 3, 4 months ago and I dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing this for like 5 months.
Okay.
And, it's been going crazy, man.
All right. What's happened? What's happened between? Well, what have you done first of all to get? What did you do to get started, and what has changed in the 5 months?
So the thing is, when you start out, obviously, I know everybody hate cold calling for sure. Everybody
Yeah.
hate it, and everybody tries to like find like a better way to land meetings without cold calling. And obviously, in my opinion, cold calling still the best.
It
But
is.
with cold calling, I'm not talking about just straight up calling someone. I'm talking about email them or co-message them or giving some type of value in advance, like a marketing assessment, and then call them up later.
Oh, okay. Got you. Smart. So that's one of you, I guess, your strategies then. Awesome.
Exactly.
And I know you mentioned. Sorry. Go ahead.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah, I've used LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn is super effective because it's you already established a bond with them as well before you
Exactly.
even get the call. So as far as where did you learn how to cold call? Because I know that I know you work with Temple at 11th Media, and I know that you guys are doing some crazy numbers. Because I mean, every time that I'm talking to Temple, he's like, "Yo, we just landed like 4 more meetings for this." So,
It was
where did you do
crazy.
that?
Dude, it's so crazy. Look at this. Look at this.
I see it well. Oh, snap! I see calendar.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Good. That's a
So,
good
so,
problem to have. But where did you
so
learn this?
basically, with cold calling, like I gotta give credit to Mike Barron and Grant Cardone for sure, because
Awesome.
I think that we focus on the script too much, which is the script important, but I
Mm-hmm.
would say 90% of it is like handling objections and all of that stuff.
Got you. So now, all right. So now I'm gonna just take some brief notes while you say what you tell us your strategy, so that like I have an I want to be able to give people value from this. So I'm just gonna take some very brief notes. So the script, you said that handling objections is like the biggest thing.
Exactly. The script, just keep it short, straight to the point. I think that you can find script everywhere. You can go to Grant Cardone, and you can call them up. By the way, what you can
Hmm.
do is call up the office, and they're gonna build a script for you, which is pretty cool.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. And so I think you said that you took Cardone University.
Yeah, I have Cardone University. Pretty good.
Awesome. And it was pretty key, I guess, in helping you learn to be, confident on the phone then.
Yeah, definitely. Follow up, big key, but we're not gonna talk about it.
No problem. We won't get into too much details. So
It's not even detail. The one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is most transaction happen between the fifth and the 12th call. Crazy, right? Nobody
yeah.
would know that, but
Wow.
yeah.
And I've definitely seen that too. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Leighton Butler. And what I do is I run just like Gia and Temple. I run a marketing agency as well. The real estate is my niche. And when I just started, I had $60 in my account. I think I told you about this year. The week that I started, I had $60 in my account, bro. I was dead broke. All I could pay for was the gas to get to the meetings that I booked and the parking fee, because Atlanta's parking fees are expensive. The next week, I moved from having $60 to 2,700 in my account, and
And
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I did that through cold calling. And just like you said, handling objections is a big thing because especially in my niche, real estate agents get called all the time. So they always have some snappy comeback. They're really smart ass. So you have to be ready to come back at them. And then you have to keep it short. And that's perfectly right. You have to keep it simple, keep it to the point, because people are busy and you're interrupting their day to talk about, showing them something. You have to keep it really short. So let me ask you this, and definitely I agree with following up, because those meetings, I close one off the bat and two of them I close later by following up with the persons after. And I was like, so hey, I call them like 2 days later and say, hey, what did you think about everything we went over? Is there any concerns that you had? And some of them like, yeah, the price isn't that great. And I said, okay, well, let's do this. I know that it's hard to be paying because one of them had been paying another company. So I said, look, I'll help you out. I'll meet you halfway here. I can take off 200 or 300 off the price. And based on the results from the first month, once you see some traction, then we bump it back up. And I made them agree to bump it up to double. And they were like, all right, that's fine. So yeah, definitely follow up. That's very important. What's your objective in each meeting? In each phone call?
Not interested. I don't have time. I'm not the right person.
Not like objection. Sorry, objective. Like what do you want to get from the end of the meeting? From the end of the phone call? What's
meeting? The meeting, when you call and the meeting. And by the way, you don't have to drive to meet them. I think that everybody when they start out, when I drive. No, just get a cold call and just land a meeting and get them on Zoom like this. That's it. Yeah. You don't have to drive. You don't have to do all that stuff.
Exactly.
And don't try to be a perfectionist. Don't try to be a perfectionist. Just frequent. Just do it. Just do it.
Exactly.
I know when I start out, it's so like I try to perfect the pitch and all of this stuff. Like, no. It's
not necessary. You just. I think people look at the scripts a lot, and they try to read from the script. And what they don't realize is that these people get called all the time. So they know when they're getting read to from a script, and you have to just try to make it your own words, and not be like super crazy about it.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Awesome.
And tonality too. I think people tonality it just be calm, right? Just slow down, calm, and be like their friend. It's not that complicated.
Exactly.
I think it basically get to the point where you don't care that much, right? You just do it so much, you're just like. Okay, who cares?
Got it.
I know Grant Cardone. If you think about Grant Cardone, right? Cardone University, Cardone Enterprise, they have a sales team that literally cold call 400 calls a day. They're crazy.
And how much calls would you say you make a day?
I don't even count. I just count.
Gotcha. All right. When I started, my goal for every single day was to land 2 to 3 meetings. So
yeah.
In my personal opinion, what I would say, and I wouldn't even cold message them or anything before, so I wouldn't prep them for the meeting, just straight cold call. And for me, I was landing a meeting between every 20 to 30 calls.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, and I know not everyone is, I was a real estate agent before, so I had some, I was comfortable on the phone. But not everyone will be comfortable on the phone, and I'm not an extroverted person by nature. I've tried to make myself that now so that I can be successful.
Yeah.
But it's just about practice. If you're not comfortable on the phone, the more that you do it, just like you said, the easier it gets. You're not even going to think about it. So
yeah, definitely. One thing that when you cold call Jim, and that's the only one that I cold call, by the way. I don't do chiropractor because I don't want to deal with the gatekeeper. If you cold call Jim, definitely you don't have to deal with gatekeeper that much compared to chiropractor.
Yeah.
And one thing though, if you cold call Jim, right, go to Yelp and then choose open now, because one of the biggest problem is people don't pick up the phone. It's crazy. If you make 100 call, you probably be able to talk to 50 of them.
Exactly.
So go choose open now and just that's how you get people to pick up.
Gotcha. So I'm just noting all this down so that at the end of the call we can do a quick recap so that everyone gets all the points. Very straightforward. So we talked about the strategy that you use, which is, just basically bang out the calls and stick, not try to stick to the script, but not be too close to it, be natural, have a really good tone, be their friend on the phone. We talked about the fact that you always need to be ready to handle objections, because that's one of the biggest things.
Exactly.
You
I would
need
say
to keep.
that's the most important objection.
Amen. I agree with that too. I agree with that, because everyone always has an excuse.
Because no matter how perfect your script and all that stuff, if they're not interested, they're gonna be not interested. So
Exactly.
the
You have to
script
be able
not
to
gonna
handle
help.
that.
Your script not gonna help, right?
Exactly.
If they're not interested, then they're not interested.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, man. And as well, you said to follow up, that's important. So any secret tips that you have that help you to close more meetings?
So let's get to like the objection, because I think that's where the magic sauce. So when they say not interested,
All right.
something like that, I'm gonna give you the exact way that I handle objections. So when they say not interested, I would say something like, "Hey, is it because you're not really interested in getting more members, or is it because you don't believe in what I'm telling you?"
Wow, I like that. That's a good one.
Straight to the point, bam.
That's a good one.
About it is it get them in communication, so they're gonna give you the answer.
Wow, I like that. I like that. I really like that one. So are you not, and also are you not interested in getting more members, or is it because you don't believe what I'm telling you? I like that a lot. And that basically gets them to answer as well. And then you can say, look, on the meeting, we're going to show you exact, process that we use, so that you can see for yourself if this is something that could actually work. I like that. I like that. Got you. All right. And any other secret tips that apart from like objection handling?
Acknowledge and redirect. So when they say stuff like, "Hey, how much does it cost?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna tell them the price. You're gonna say like, "Hey, we would never lost an opportunity because of the price," right?
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, we never lost the opportunity because of the price.
Wow.
I have this one case study where now you redirect, right? You acknowledge and you redirect. You say, "Hey, I have this one case study where this one kid made like $6,000 the first week. What's like the best number? I can send it to you."
That's beautiful. I like that, man. That's a really good strategy, because you say, look, we've never lost anyone because of we've never turned away a deal because of the price. And here's one case study so you immediately tell them, oh, okay, all right, so they've never done it. So you deal with their problem, and then you give them something else to think about, which is brilliant. I like that.
You redirect, man. You redirect.
I like that a lot. Got you. All right. And is there anything else that you want to tell the newbies who might just be starting? Anybody that they're afraid to cold call? Because I know that's like I'm going to be honest. I hate cold calling. I do it because I know I need to, but I
hate calling too. Like I know, like we, when we need to scale, like we can't afford to spend our time on cold calling.
Exactly.
We do, and we're beginners, so we need to like make money. So probably that's the best way. It's a cold call, right?
Exactly.
And one thing I would tell beginners is to get someone to role play with you for the cold call. So with practice, man.
Yeah. What I used to do myself, it's kind of weird to say this, but just to make sure that I felt comfortable, I would go to a mirror, and I have a camera, so I would have my camera. I'd go to a mirror and talk to myself in the mirror and act like I was on each side of the conversation. I record it, and then I'd watch it and see. While I'm going through the recording, I would find the objection that I get the most, or one of the best objection that I have a hard time following, and I try to answer it as soon as I could in the mirror. And then when I watch the recording, I'd see how fast it is, and I'd keep trying to improve. And so practice what you're going to say for your objections. This is a big tip that I've given to some of my mentor students. Practice what you're going to say for your objections right off the bat, because if you keep practicing them, when someone actually tells you, it's going to come out naturally. You're used to responding to it, so it comes out naturally. Got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's deep, man. I know Grant Cardone, and just frequent is crazy. It just like this every time.
Yeah. And I know that you and Temple are like doing some crazy stuff, man. I really want to see you
I
guys.
know.
How much are you? I know you were calling before our call right now. Did you land any meetings this morning?
There I land 2 meetings, right? Look at this. I wrote down the information. Look,
Whoa.
11 a.m. See?
See,
I have
exactly.
the
So
other one in my phone that we texted. So 2 meetings
nice.
already.
Nice. So it's just 11 in the morning right now when we're doing this interview. It's just 11 in the morning.
Yeah. One sauce I want to share though.
Yeah.
When people say not interested and they hung up, they
Mm-hmm.
hang up, like not interested, bam. One thing you can do is get your friend to call them and say something like, hey man, this is con manager, this is right.
Mm-hmm.
And you hung up on my coworker, like, what happened? Like,
Yeah.
did he do anything wrong?
I
Now
like that.
you're in communication.
I like that. Smart,
So it's
dude.
basically a strategy that Grant Cardone call flip the lead. So not interested, get the other guy to call.
That's brilliant. I like that, dude. That's absolutely brilliant. That's a good strategy. That will recover a lot of calls because they're like, dang, I might have lost that guy's job or something. That's brilliant. I got you. So let's just like do a quick recap for everybody who's watching. So kind of again, he's a college dropout, nothing to be ashamed about, bro. I dropped out too, and honestly, I never expected my life to turn out this way. I know you and Tim are going to be scaling up big over there, in the gym niche. So as far as strategy, just when you're calling, and for him, he uses before he calls, he goes. Sometimes he messages some of the people so that they're already pre-framed and expecting a call, and then he calls. And then another tip that he gave was to look on Yelp for businesses and look at those that are open now so that they'll answer the phone. During the call, be careful about your tone. Make sure that you try to be their friend, not trying to be too salesy. Handle objections. Be ready to handle objections. That's a huge one because people are always wanting to object. And keep it simple and to the point. Be fast about your call. Don't try to rush through it. But
yeah, I feel like when you speak slowly, like for some reason, like it's more effective than just fast.
100%. I feel that too.
Yeah, when I cold call, I speak pretty like medium, like this, man. Like like I don't like rush it or anything.
Gotcha. That's important, dude. Actually, I've noticed that too because when I started, I used to like try and get as much calls done as I could because I didn't have much time. And then after I started slowing down and letting the people actually hear me, then that's when my conversions increased a lot.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you warm call, they already know you. So one thing that I do is make a marketing assessment, right? So look at the Facebook, right? Critique, something like that. And when you go through your CRM and you send email from your HubSpot and something like that, they're gonna let you know if they open email or not, if they actually and all of that stuff. So when your CRM tell you that they opened the link, right? They read all of that stuff. Now you can cold call them and like, dude, dude. I sent you a marketing assessment, man.
Oh, yeah, good, awesome. So they're already, they're kind of warmed up to you. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then for two objection handlers that I thought were really good, I forgot to note the first one. I didn't catch it on my paper, but the acknowledge and redirect one, I really like that one. And the one about
not interested. Hey man, I knew you're not interested before I call you, right? This one guy made $4,000 first week with us. What's the best number I can send to you?
There you go. Where's the best place for me to send that case study? I love it. And let me see. Any last things you want to tell the students that are watching this, anyone that's watching this, so that they can get as much benefit from
this? Role play, speed, frequency. Just don't be a perfectionist. Just keep doing it. The script. I want to tap into the script a little bit though.
Sure.
So
go ahead. Yeah.
You don't want to sound like everybody else because I know a lot. I know they probably get like 50 calls a week about marketing, and all you say is, "Hey, this is GR11 Media. We generate more members." If you say that, it literally like the exact same the call they get every week. So you want to position yourself a little bit different.
Yeah.
So, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna give you the exact same script I use.
Go for it. He's plugging us, guys. He's plugging us.
What I say is, I say, hey, this is GL11 Media.
Mm-hmm.
We generate 20 to 30 new members every month. The way that we do that is by positioning your gym higher end, so we can get people to pay you upfront.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant. How are you currently generating new members right now?
I like that. Yeah.
So that's the exact same script that I use. Very straight to the point, very easy.
Yeah.
Get them in communication by asking questions like, how are you generating new members right now?
Yeah, I know that. I know you handle the sales. I know you're the sales director, and Temple does the marketing. So, and then that's a very hard. I know that Temple does a really good job on that, because I've seen his back end and the way that he designs the funnel. It's designed just like you said, so that the person pays up front. So if anyone wants, to learn how to do that, because I've seen some pretty good gym offers. Gonna be honest, Temple's is one of the strongest I've seen.
Exactly.
So I say feel free to reach out to Temple. I'll tag him in the post. You okay if I tag you in as well, Khanh?
Yeah.
You good? Yeah. Awesome. So Gia is his nickname, by the way, guys. We call him Gia.
Yeah, Gia is my middle name. Gia, my middle name.
Is it middle name?
So let me explain. I created that account when I was in Vietnam, and in Vietnam, the names are in reverse. Everybody started calling me GR. I'm like, okay.
Gotcha. All right. So I really appreciate your time, Khanh. I know that you guys are really busy, so I really appreciate you coming on, giving some value to the kids. And just before we close, and I'm sure you're going to agree with this, everyone that's watching this, it's not going to work if you don't take action. You have to use it. If you don't pick up the phone and call, everything that we've discussed goes to waste. So First things first, you need to pick up the phone and call and start getting those meetings coming in. And like Gia said, if you call you don't have to call all day, but if you call like every 20 to 30 calls, you'll get a meeting once you have everything done. Agree?
And that's $1,000, man. That's $1,000.
Exactly. You don't want to look at the people as a paycheck, but think about how much you make from calling. Think about it.
Yeah. One thing I want to say though is that now when I look back, I don't really, back then I don't really know like how hard it is. Because now I'm like, dude, like all this knowledge that I know, it's so, dude, it's not that easy. Like if you think it's gonna be easy, like 1K, 10K, it's not.
It's not, yeah.
Dude, like you need to take massive action, like the 10X rule. The
10X rule.
Yeah, like massive action, and newbies, like it's not that hard, but it's not that easy either. You need to like seriously put in the serious work. Like
you have to. Exactly.
Easy? No, it's not.
if it was easy, everyone would be making a shit ton of money, plain and simple.
Exactly.
And if everyone's calling, you need to make sure that you're a little bit better than everyone else so that you get the meetings and be more consistent than everyone else. If everyone's calling for 2 or 3 weeks and quitting, you need to make sure that you're the one that's calling for a month. So it's
yeah.
But it's
invest in a mentor. Invest in a mentor. Don't buy courses. Don't buy courses anymore. Invest in mentor that's actually going to sit down one-on-one with you.
Exactly.
And I'm not a specific problem. Give you a specific solution that you have to your problem.
Yeah.
I don't think courses cover enough.
I feel like it depends. Unfortunately, right now, the way that the entrepreneur space is looking, I think that people aren't putting as much as they should be into courses.
They just try to get money, man. That pisses me off.
That's what's getting to me now. And I don't know if I've told you this. I'm actually in the process of making a course myself, and I feel like I'm looking at a lot of other courses, and I'm looking at the elements that they're missing. I'm thinking about when I was starting and I was taking my courses. What needed to be in? What was I looking for in that course, and what wasn't in there that I was looking for? And I feel like everyone, the Ty Lopez's, the Joe Sodas, the Eman Gags's, no offense, but to anyone who knows.
No offense,
but a lot of them are selling courses that aren't really fully there. Like they have some aspects that might be okay, and then they have other aspects where they're severely lacking. Like they don't even teach the ads.
They don't teach you how to follow up. They don't teach you how to close, how to do a presentation,
exactly,
how to really qualify.
How to qualify leads, exactly.
In a mentor for their time with you, worth it. Trust me.
Exactly. So there's a lot of stuff where I feel like the market, I agree with that completely. I agree with it to an extent. I feel like there are some good courses, don't get me wrong. I've been in a couple of courses for sure, where you can see that the person teaching the course really does care about the success of his students.
Exactly.
And I mean, the course should always be a base. So like the practical stuff that the person doesn't need to teach one-on-one every single time can be in the course, but there are little stuff that I feel like if you have a course, you need to be interacting with your students for an hour or two on a video where they can ask you anything that they have and you can answer at least once a week. So, but I definitely agree with that. Mentorship is 100% better than a course. It might be a little bit more expensive sometimes, but if you have the right mentor, like trust me, it's going to take you a lot further. So I guess that's it for the interview. Kind of really appreciate your time, man. I'll tag you in the post if anyone wants to reach out to him. Is that okay with you? I know you're busy, so I don't know if you can answer all of the people's questions.
Reach out totally. I do my best.
All right, awesome. I'll tag you in the post when I make it, and I'll tag Temple as well if you want to ask about gym stuff, about gym marketing. And I get it will come from me. So if you have anything to ask about real estate, you can ask me. So I hope I've been helpful to everyone, and I hope that you guys get a benefit. But remember, nothing will work if you don't take action. All right, guys.
Take action.
Thanks so much, guys. See you.
See you, man.